Alright, this is real life. Just did some waterings, some pottings, and we're showing growth. And this is like the beginning, the second day of March, second day of spring, I'm sorry. And this is what's going on. It's just going to be a plant tour. So we got some exciting news. We got new plants, or one new plant, one special plant I'm going to introduce to you that I haven't seen in a while. I'm sorry, at all, except online on Instagram, which is this guy here, which is a Monkeytales cactus. And if you look at it, you can kind of see these hairs. They're not thorns at all. It literally feels like hair, which is pretty cool. And I'm waiting for that to grow a root somewhere around there in that area. I have seen a few videos about this particular plant. And I've had some success with Pedro, the fence tail, Mexican fence post cactus. I had that rooted, but I also had one loss. I had a euphorbia, I forgot the name, but I'll put the picture of it. I actually killed that because I planted it too early. And I actually did a video when I got it, but once again I planted it too early. But like I said, this is the new guy I got not too long ago. I just didn't do a video on it, and I'm just waiting for it to root. If anybody's seen this before or knows any tips about it, I have it in like bright indirect light. I kind of already did my homework on it, but I bought it unrooted, so we're waiting and playing the waiting game, which is kind of a bummer, but it's an experience because I don't know the growth rate of these plants, especially now that they're in my house. So we're figuring that out as we go. But now that I look at it, I probably should have bought a regular plant. But like I said, the journey should be cool. I'll keep you guys updated how, if you ever get a rooted or unrooted Monkeytales cactus, how it goes. But in a pot, I'm sure they look great. Next, this is my Rex Begonia, and check it out. It's like flowering. I looked at it the other day and I said that doesn't look like a new shoot. That's like a flower. So right now, what's going on? I'm going to feed it. So I have a bloom. And I haven't fed it at all because it's the second day of spring, March. I forgot. I think it's the second or the first. But it's flowering, and I know it's going to need certain nutrition, and I haven't repotted it. And I've been noticing some leaves have been decaying, falling off. So we were getting this. I didn't know what that was about, but we still have growth. It's just like the leaves are kind of dying off, and I guess we're getting kind of leggy, and you can kind of see where it looks at for the sun. But this begonia is flowering. I don't know if you guys ever seen one flowering. Do you guys feed it? I'm assuming you have to feed it because the plant's going through some changes, and it's going to need some type of low dose, which I'm probably going to do like a 1-1-1 or a 2-2-2 or 2-1-2 or a 1-2-1 or a 2-2-1, something like that, to promote the flowering of the plant, because we can definitely look that up. Matter of fact, that's what we'll do. We'll look that up. What do you do when your plants flower in your house? Up next, I have this is a orange Philodendron, or I forgot the name, but I had a couple shoots not doing so well, and they fell off, and you kind of see it's browning right there. Actually, I'm going to help this come out because I guess it's trying to come out of that area, but that shouldn't affect nature. I probably should just leave it in and let it come out, just to not mess with nature. Let's leave that in there. But that seems like it's a new growth. Hopefully it'll pop out. I'm just pulling it along, let them know I got its back. But I'm gonna let them fight its journey and continue to do what it's supposed to do by itself. So I just helped it out a little bit. I don't know if you remember this guy. I got this with my Madagascar palm and also with that Philodendron, but now we're down to 3 leaves, and we went through some stages. I was trying to pot it up, and I was trying to figure out what to do with it, and I still don't. For some reason, I can't come to a conclusion, and nothing really hits me to plant this. So I'm just going to put it in a pot and just leave it in a pot. I'm not going to hang it up. Really, I don't have like the room to hang it up or anything like that, so that's what I'm just going to pot it and keep it in there. But this is that Staghorn Fern. He's been staying alive, but we took a lot of leaves off of it, and the secondary roots I forgot the name of it, but that's what holds it down to a tree. That's kind of beat up as well because he went through some trauma when I bought it, and it had mealybugs. It had mealybugs, so we had to quarantine it, and it just didn't do too well. It was a little bit too shocked for it because it was a new plant and a new environment, so I think that's what happened. But it's still fighting back, and we're working with it. This is my I forgot what this was, but this is just a cool plant. Midnight, I think Midnight something, I'll put the name. And then this is my dumb cane. It's fighting, it's getting bigger. I move it around a lot. I just put it through a lot of stress, but I know when it needs watering, but it's still growing. It's definitely trying to take off, but it's looking better and better. And this was like a discounted plant that just bounced back. It needs a little bit of pruning, but summertime and spring, I know all these plants are going to start taking off once I start feeding them and feeding them and feeding them a low dose liquid fertilizer. That coffee plant I got, watering, I could kind of see the difference, but it's still doing well. We got like a little spot on there, but coffee plant is doing well. We got some browning here, just showing itself, saying what's going on. But other than that, you can see another shoot happening there. But all in all, it looks pretty healthy, pretty good. It's just noticing the changes. But that's a coffee pot and a nice. I think I got this pot from Rite Aid for $5 because I think they're 50% off. Check them out, and it already comes with. I think this was $3, and it has a drainage hole. I didn't poke it out, but there's the drainage hole there. Definitely need a drainage hole, but I didn't pot it yet in here because I was just wondering just kept it in there just to see what the look looks like. Alright, this man, I can't remember anyone's name today, but this Sabrina alocasia, that's what it is. We're seeing new growth, and I was happy about that because I was worried. So I put it in water when I got it. Wasn't looking too great, and this leaf fell off and this started browning. So what I wanted to do was put it in water to make sure she's good. But I think Invictus Gardener, thank you for your great tips. He told me to put it back in soil, and that's what I did, and watered it. And now we got new roots. I mean, new growth, new shoots happening right there. So we're happy about that. And this nice Asian pot I got, which is pretty cool. China, like the China design. Always mess with these Zen type of look. That's what I think it has. Right? You like that? It's pretty cool. Yeah. So the cilantro that I got not too long ago, I took the cuttings off and I potted or tried to root the shoots in different containers. And while looking, I noticed that I already have a cilantro. I thought this was some type of jade, but this is also a cilantro that I got from Lowe's in this planter. I just brought it back because we got it discounted. And I didn't even know what it was, but when I was looking for this plant online, this one came up and I said, I already have that. I noticed it was on my windowsill, so I said, great, that's cilantro, so we know what we're working with. I'm not going to pull them all, but this is another rooted Monstera cutting Adionci. And I think I need to do a water change, but if you can kind of see what the root looks like, it's just busting out. Looks like something like Predator. But I like the valves, so it's a cool little look. Definitely a cool little look. These Monsteras, they are some fast growers. I was happy to get this. And that's just one of the 4